So I'm going to stop with my little personal story. I'm going to get back to that, but I want to give a little bit of education. I am an educator at heart. This is what I do. So I feel like to really get you all to understand what stigma is like and what HIV is like, I need to talk a little bit about viruses, because that's really where a lot of this stems from. People don't understand a simple virus. People don't understand how people get viruses, what they do. And once you kind of get a little bit better perspective, it makes you, it's not as scary as a thing, and it's not such a foreign thing. So a virus is really this kind of weird creature that's not living or dead. All right? It's this bizarre thing in nature that it becomes alive when it touches a certain protein on very specific cells. So viruses have very specific things that they're pre-programmed to attack, such as like the flu virus, the cold virus. They go after like your back of your throat, the back of your nose, some kind of their gastrointestinal system. That's what they're programmed for. Hepatitis viruses, they go after the liver cells. And of course, HIV goes after white blood cells, a specific kind called the T cells. So it's these little creatures that are pre-programmed to attack certain cells or to attach themselves to certain cells, and that's how they reproduce. And that's all viruses do, is reproduce. So it's, they are these bizarre states between living and dead that make it impossible to really kill. We have no cure for viruses. And that's what I think a lot of people misunderstand, is that we can't cure a virus right now in our, as much money as we put into HIV and other virus research, we have no way of killing it into the system. We can't take a pill and say, you're cured. We can certainly take pills to help reduce that help us, that slow down the progress of that virus. But really the only way to kill a virus once in the system is to let your immune system kill it. That's it. And unfortunately with HIV, that's what's being attacked. So it can't really help you out. It really is, it's something that people don't really think. I got a cold, I'm going to go take some antibiotics from the cabinet and be on it. It doesn't work. We don't have the cures for viruses like we do for bacteria. And it's really important that people kind of understand how viruses are transmitted and how it works. So I always like to compare it. You guys know the movie Aliens? Sigourney Weaver, classic movie. Viruses are kind of like aliens, all right? They really are. All they do, it's this little thing that has DNA and or sometimes RNA like HIV, and it's surrounded by the shell. That's all it is. And when it attaches to that certain protein, it injects its DNA into that cell, like an alien does, and then that cell now starts producing new little aliens. And it fills up that cell and bursts open, and thousands come out and reproduce. That's all the virus does, over and over again. It does it really, really well. It just bursts out of that cell, just like those, chest bursters, I think they're called, the aliens. They just come out. And that's all. It really is like the aliens of our world. They are creatures that just infect it, but they can't exist without that host cell. They're very weak outside of it. So that's where it comes to HIV. There's actually, HIVs are a little different because it affects the very thing that protects you from viruses.